Okay, today's lesson we are looking at the metric system and we're looking at linear measurement today. And this chart here that you're given is under modules, so you don't have to worry about copying any of this down. And it's all under modules. So for grade 7, it is 14.1, but for grade 8, it's 9.1. All right, so all but 3 countries in the world use the metric system as their standard unit of measurement. The only 3 countries that don't use the metric system is the United States, Liberia, and Burma. And the metric system is based on powers of 10, and the base unit is the meter in this instance because we're looking at linear measurement. And to convert from one unit to the other, we can multiply and divide by powers of 10 and then use the different prefix for the attached to the base unit. So this chart has some of the conversions here. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick example here, and we're going to do the measurement of line segment AB. So you're using this area here. It spells out math, but we can see all the different line segments. So for example, A to B would be a line segment. GI would be a line segment. K to L would be a line segment. L to M could be a line segment, but K to M could also be a line segment. All right, so depending on the question, you're measuring whatever line segment it is. All right, so for example, first one we're looking at today is A to B. So use your ruler, and you can print one out if you don't have one, or go buy one. So here I am measuring A to B. All right, and I get 3 centimeters. My ruler is in centimeters. So for AB, I'm getting 3 centimeters. All right, so I'm going to note that down, that A to B is 3 centimeters. All right, and for today's class, you might also be asked to represent that in millimeters and in decimeters. All right, so we're going to use our conversion chart to get our line segment into those units. So let's say we also have to put it into millimeters, and we also have to check or put it into decimeters. All right, so to do that, we're going to use our conversion chart. Again, this was given to you in your modules, and we're going to use these conversions here to help us figure that out. All right, in the next class, we'll look at the full linear diagram. All right, so let's do that. So let's do the first one. So our first one, from our chart, we are shown that 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. All right, so again, from the chart here, it is given to me here 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. So knowing that, we can put our unit into millimeters to solve this part here. All right, so let's set that up. So 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. And we need to figure out how many millimeters are in 3 centimeters. All right, so I've just set it up like this. All right, simple set it up as a ratio. And again, you can set this up with the ratios that were given. All right, and then you can just use you can use equivalent fractions, or you can use cross multiplication. Cross multiplication always works because if you end up with decimal numbers, then you don't have to worry about if you're just using equivalent fractions. So 10 times 3, so you multiply the 2 that are across from each other. So 10 times 3, and then divide by the 1 by itself. All right, so 10 times 3 is 30. 30 divided by 1 is still 30. So we end up with 30 millimeters. All right, so therefore, I already have millimeters there. So 30 millimeters. So therefore, 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters. So now we're trying to convert it into decimeters. So I'm just going to bring my chart over here again, and we can use our conversion here. that 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. All right, so 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. So I'm just going to set that up. 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. And we already know that there's 3 centimeters because we measured with our ruler, and we have to figure out how many decimeters that is. All right, so you can use cross multiplication again. So 3 times 1 is 3, divide by 10, and it gives me 0.3. So 0.3 decimeters is the same thing as 3 centimeters. All right, so there we have all of those converted. All right, so this example, we have 25 centimeters and we have to put it into millimeters. So I just got my conversion from the chart. We know that 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. All right, and we know that we have 25 centimeters. So 25 centimeters, and we have to figure out how many millimeters. All right, so 10 times 25 divided by 1, we get 250 millimeters. So 250 millimeters. Now let's say you also have the same measurement. Let's say you have the 25 centimeters, and let's say this time we have to put it into decimeters. So how much would it be in decimeters? The same 25 centimeters. All right, so again, you can use the conversion that is given in the chart, which is that 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. All right, so going from 25 centimeters to decimeters, I just set up my ratio. We knew from the chart that 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter. 25 centimeters is equal to how many decimeters? So using cross multiplication, 25 times 1 divided by 10, I got 2.5 decimeters.